Hello English learners and welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
And I'm Erica. How are you today, Marco?
I'm great, Erica. Today we have a really interesting topic. We're going to learn how to talk about daily routines and jobs, but with a special focus on people who work at night.
Oh, this is so useful. When most people sleep, some people start their workday. Nurses, security guards, news presenters.
Exactly. And we're going to practice present simple with he and she. Like, she gets up at 2 a.m. Or, he works in a hospital.
All right, let's listen to the dialogue. It's a conversation between Anna and Tom. Anna is asking Tom about his unusual job.
Don't worry if it sounds fast. In about 15 minutes you'll understand everything.
Let's listen. Hi Tom, nice to meet you. So, what do you do?
Hi, I'm a security guard. I work in a hospital in London.
Oh, interesting. Where do you work? In the day or at night?
At night. It's hard work, but I love it.
Wow, so tell me about your day. When do you get up?
Well, I get up at 3 p.m. I have a shower, I get dressed, and I have breakfast. But it's really dinner, you know.
Breakfast at 3 p.m. That's funny. And then?
Then I spend time with my family. My wife is a news presenter, so she works in the morning. We meet in the afternoon.
That's lovely. When do you leave home?
I leave home at 8:30 p.m. because I worry about the traffic. I get to work at 9:30, then I get ready and I start work at 10.
And what time do you finish work?
I finish work at 6 a.m. I'm always very tired. I get home at 7, and I go straight to bed.
What about the patients? Do you see them?
Yes, sometimes I help the patients and the doctors. The hospital is quiet at night, but you never know.
Wow, what an interesting life Tom has.
Right? He has breakfast at 3 p.m. That's so different from most people.
And his wife is a news presenter, so she gets up super early too. Their family life is upside down.
Let's look at some really useful words and phrases from that dialogue. Our first phrase is, get up.
Get up. Get up. Get up.
Get up.
So, get up means to leave your bed in the morning, or, like Tom, in the afternoon.
Exactly. Let's hear some examples.
I get up at 7 a.m. She gets up early on Mondays. He gets up at 3 p.m. because he works at night.
So remember, get up, leave your bed. Our next phrase is, have a shower.
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 This means to wash your body under running water.
Notice we say, have a shower, not make a shower, or do a shower. Examples.
I have a shower every morning. She has a shower after the gym. He has a shower at 3 p.m.
Have a shower, wash under the water.
Next phrase. Get dressed.
Get dressed.
Get dressed.
Get dressed.
Get dressed.
Get dressed means to put your clothes on.
A very simple, very common phrase. Let's hear some examples.
I get dressed after my shower. She gets dressed quickly. He gets dressed for work at 9 p.m.
So remember, get dressed, put your clothes on.
Next phrase, have breakfast.
Have breakfast.
Have breakfast.
Have breakfast.
Have breakfast.
Have breakfast means to eat the first meal of the day.
Again, we use have with meals, have breakfast, have lunch, have dinner. We don't say eat breakfast in everyday English. Examples.
I have breakfast at 8 a.m. She has breakfast at work. He has breakfast in the afternoon.
Have breakfast, eat your first meal.
Next phrase. Leave home.
Leave home.
Leave home.
Leave home.
Leave home.
Leave home means to go out of your house.
Notice, no, the. We don't say, leave the home. Just, leave home. Examples.
I leave home at 7 a.m. She leaves home at 3 a.m. He leaves home at 8:30 p.m.
Leave home, go out of your house.
Next phrase. Get to work.
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 Get to work means to arrive at your workplace.
Be careful. Get to work is to arrive, but go to work is to travel there. Different meanings.
I get to work at 9 a.m. She gets to work at 3:30. He gets to work at 10 p.m.
Get to work, arrive at the workplace.
Next phrase. Start work.
Start work.
Start work.
Start work.
Start work.
Start work means to begin your job for the day.
Again, no, the. Not, start the work. Just, start work. Examples.
I start work at 9 a.m. The program starts at 5 a.m. He starts work at 10 p.m.
Start work, begin your job.
Next phrase. Finish work.
Finish work.
Finish work.
Finish work.
Finish work.
Finish work means to stop working for the day.
The opposite of start work. Examples.
I finish work at 5 p.m. She finishes work at 1 p.m. He finishes work at 6 a.m.
Notice, she finishes with es. We'll talk about that in the grammar section. Finish work, stop your job.
Next phrase. Get ready.
Get ready.
Get ready.
Get ready.
Get ready.
Get ready means to prepare yourself for something.
You can add, for, get ready for school, get ready for work, get ready for bed. Examples.
I get ready for work in the morning. She gets ready for the TV program. He gets ready before he leaves home.
Get ready, prepare yourself.
Next phrase. Go to bed.
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 Go to bed means to lie down to sleep.
Notice, to bed, not to the bed. A small thing, but very important. Examples.
I go to bed at 11 p.m. She goes to bed late on Fridays. He goes to bed at 7 a.m.
Go to bed, lie down to sleep.
Next phrase, very similar. Go straight to bed.
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 Go straight to bed means to go to bed immediately, without doing anything else.
The word, straight, here means, directly, no eating, no TV, just bed.
I'm so tired, I go straight to bed. She goes straight to bed after work. He goes straight to bed at 7 a.m.
Go straight to bed, bed immediately. Next phrase. Spend time with.
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 Spend time with means to be with someone for a period of time.
A really useful phrase for family and friends. Examples.
I spend time with my family at the weekend. She spends time with her friends on Saturdays. He spends time with his children in the afternoon.
Spend time with, be together with someone.
Now some jobs. First, security guard.
Security guard.
Security guard.
Security guard.
Security guard.
A security guard is a person whose job is to protect a building or place.
You see them at hospitals, shopping centers, offices. Many security guards work at night. Examples.
My brother is a security guard. The security guard works at night. She wants to be a security guard.
Security guard protects a building. Next job, news presenter.
News presenter.
News presenter.
News presenter.
News presenter.
A news presenter is a person who reads the news on TV or radio.
In American English, we sometimes say news anchor. Both are correct, but news presenter is very common in British English. Examples.
She is a news presenter on TV. The news presenter gets up at 2 a.m. He works as a news presenter.
News presenter reads the news.
Next job, emergency operator.
Emergency operator.
Emergency operator.
Emergency operator.
Emergency operator.
An emergency operator is a person who answers emergency phone calls.
When you call 112 in Ukraine, or 911 in America, you talk to an emergency operator. Very important work.
The emergency operator answers the call. She works as an emergency operator. He is an emergency operator in London.
Emergency operator answers urgent calls.
Next word, patient.
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 A patient is a person who is being treated in a hospital.
Be careful, patient is also an adjective meaning calm. But here we mean the noun, a sick person in hospital. Examples.
The doctor helps the patient. There are many patients in the hospital. She talks to the patient every morning.
Patient, a sick person in hospital.
Next word, traffic.
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 Traffic means cars and other vehicles on the road.
A very useful word, especially if you live in a big city like Kyiv. Examples.
There is a lot of traffic in the morning. He worries about the traffic. The traffic is bad on Fridays.
Traffic, cars on the road.
Our last word for this section, tired.
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 Tired is an adjective meaning needing rest or sleep.
We say, I'm tired, or she's tired. Use it with the verb, be. Examples.
I'm very tired today. She's tired after work. He's tired so he goes straight to bed.
Tired, needing rest. Now let's look at how to put these words together in sentences. This section is all about present simple with he, she, and it.
First, the basic rule. With he, she, or it, add s to the verb.
So I say, I get up at 7. But he, she, or it, she gets up at 7. Listen carefully.
He starts work at 10 p.m. She loves her job. He leaves home at 8:30. It starts at 5 a.m.
Notice the small s at the end of every verb.
Now a special rule. When the verb ends in s, z, x, sh, ch, or o, we add es, not just s.
So, finish becomes finishes. Go becomes goes. Listen.
He finishes work at 7 a.m. He goes straight to bed. She watches the news. He does the washing up.
Finishes, goes, watches, does, all with es.
Another special rule. When the verb ends in consonant plus y, we delete the y and add y's.
So, worry becomes worries. Carry becomes carries. Examples.
He worries about the traffic. She carries a big bag. He tries to sleep in the afternoon.
Worries, carries, tries, all IES endings.
Now negatives. For he, she, or it, we use doesn't plus the verb in basic form. No s on the verb.
This is a common mistake. We say, he doesn't have lunch, not, he doesn't has lunch. Listen.
She doesn't like her job. He doesn't have lunch. She doesn't get up early. He doesn't work in the day.
With doesn't, the verb is simple. Have, get, work, like.
And finally, a quick pronunciation tip. The s ending sounds different depending on the verb.
Sometimes it's a soft s sound, like starts, works, gets. Sometimes it's a buzzy z sound, like leaves, goes, has. Listen.
He starts work at 10 p.m. He leaves work at 6 a.m. She works at home. She has lunch at 1 p.m.
Starts, works, s. Leaves, has, z. Don't worry about memorizing. Just listen and copy native speakers.
One more pattern. When you talk about a job, we use work as plus a job and work in plus a place.
She works as a news presenter. He works in a hospital. She works as a doctor in a big hospital in London.
So remember, work as the job. Work in the place.
All right, let's listen to the dialogue again, but this time a little slower. Try to catch every word.
Hi Tom, nice to meet you. So, what do you do?
Hi, I'm a security guard. I work in a hospital in London.
Oh, interesting. Where do you work? In the day or at night?
At night. It's hard work, but I love it.
Wow. So tell me about your day. When do you get up?
Well, I get up at 3 p.m. I have a shower, I get dressed, and I have breakfast. But it's really dinner, you know.
Ha. Breakfast at 3 p.m. That's funny. And then?
Then I spend time with my family. My wife is a news presenter, so she works in the morning. We meet in the afternoon.
That's lovely. When do you leave home?
I leave home at 8:30 p.m. because I worry about the traffic. I get to work at 9:30, then I get ready and I start work at 10.
And what time do you finish work?
I finish work at 6 a.m. I'm always very tired. I get home at 7, and I go straight to bed.
What about the patients? Do you see them?
Yes, sometimes I help the patients and the doctors. The hospital is quiet at night, but you never know.
Now it's time for Fluency Builder.
We're going to help you sound more natural, like a real native speaker when you talk about your job.
In the dialogue we heard Anna ask, "What do you do?"
This is the natural way to ask about someone's job in English.
Some students say, "What is your profession?" That's correct, but it sounds very formal. In everyday conversation, "What do you do?" is much more natural.
What do you do?
Note, there's no for work at the end. Just, what do you do? Everyone understands you mean, for a job. And the answer, I'm a doctor. Or, I'm a teacher. I'm a nurse.
Notice the little word, I'm a doctor. Not, I'm doctor. Many students forget this.
I'm a doctor.
I am a doctor. She's a security guard. He's a news presenter. Always with a.
Next phrase. Where do you work?
After, what do you do? The natural follow-up question.
Students sometimes say, "What is your workplace?" That's correct, but quite formal. Where do you work? Sounds friendlier.
Where do you work?
A great question to keep a conversation going. And the answer: I work in a hospital.
Remember our pattern from putting it together. Work in, plus a place. I work in a hospital. I work in an office. I work in a school.
I work in a hospital.
You can add the city too. I work in a hospital in London. I work in a school in Kyiv.
Next phrase. He goes straight to bed.
This is a natural way to describe an immediate action after coming home.
Some students say, he immediately goes to bed. That's correct, but a bit stiff. He goes straight to bed. Sounds much more like a native speaker.
He goes straight to bed.
You can use straight with other actions too. I go straight home. She goes straight to the kitchen. It means directly, without stopping.
And the last phrase for this section, it's hard work.
This is a natural way to say a job is difficult.
Students sometimes say, my job is very difficult. That's correct, but it's hard work is shorter and sounds more emotional.
It's hard work.
You can add the contrast. It's hard work, but I love it. Perfect for talking about a job you find challenging but rewarding.
You know, Erica, this topic reminds me of my uncle.
Oh really? Tell me more.
Well, my uncle is a security guard. He works in a big office building in the city. He works at night, like Tom in the dialogue.
Wow, what's his routine?
He gets up at 4 p.m. He has a shower, gets dressed, and has breakfast, but really it's dinner with his family. He leaves home at 8 p.m. and starts work at 9.
And when does he finish?
He finishes work at 7 a.m. He's always very tired, so he goes straight to bed when he gets home. He says it's hard work, but he loves the quiet nights.
That's such a different life. For me, I could never work at night. I love my coffee in the morning and my mornings with my dog.
What about you? Do you know anyone who works at night?
Yes. My best friend's mom is an emergency operator. She answers phone calls at night. She gets up at 6 p.m., has dinner with her family, and starts work at 8. She doesn't have lunch. She has a snack at 3 a.m.
That sounds really hard. So important too. She helps people in emergencies.
Exactly. So listeners, my tip is, when you meet someone new, ask, what do you do, and where do you work? You never know what interesting answers you'll get.
Some people work when most people are asleep. They're heroes. All right, let's listen to the dialogue one more time. This time at natural speed. See how much you understand now.
Hi Tom, nice to meet you. So, what do you do?
Hi, I'm a security guard. I work in a hospital in London.
Oh, interesting. Where do you work? In the day or at night?
At night. It's hard work, but I love it.
Wow, so tell me about your day. When do you get up?
Well, I get up at 3 p.m. I have a shower, I get dressed, and I have breakfast. But it's really dinner, you know.
Breakfast at 3 p.m. That's funny. And then?
Then I spend time with my family. My wife is a news presenter, so she works in the morning. We meet in the afternoon.
That's lovely. When do you leave home?
I leave home at 8:30 p.m. because I worry about the traffic. I get to work at 9:30, then I get ready and I start work at 10.
And what time do you finish work?
I finish work at 6 a.m. I'm always very tired. I get home at 7, and I go straight to bed.
What about the patients? Do you see them?
Yes, sometimes I help the patients and the doctors. The hospital is quiet at night, but you never know.
Great job everyone. You learned so much today.
You can now talk about daily routines, ask about jobs, and use the present simple with he and she, adding s, or y's to the verb.
Remember to practice these phrases in your daily life. Tell someone about your daily routine today.
And now it's time for the audio review.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the word. To leave your bed in the morning. Get up. To wash your body under running water. Have a shower. To put your clothes on. Get dressed. To go out of your house. Leave home. To begin your job for the day. Start work. To stop working for the day. Finish work. To lie down to sleep. Go to bed. A person whose job is to protect a building or place. Security guard. A person who reads the news on TV or radio. News presenter. To go to bed immediately, without doing anything else. Go straight to bed. Now say the word and hear it in a sentence. Get up.
She gets up at 2 a.m.
Have a shower.
He has a shower after he gets up.
Get dressed.
She gets dressed quickly.
Leave home.
He leaves home at 8:30 p.m.
Start work.
He starts work at 10 p.m.
Finish work.
She finishes work at 6 a.m.
Go to bed.
He goes to bed at 7 a.m.
Security guard.
My uncle is a security guard.
News presenter.
She works as a news presenter.
Go straight to bed.
He's tired, so he goes straight to bed.
That's all for today. Thanks for listening to English Pod.
Practice these phrases this week. Ask someone, "What do you do?" and tell them about your routine.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye everyone.